There can be few sights that are more impressive than to see a well-grown hybrid broom in full flower in early summer. Pollinating insects love to come and visit the fragrant flowers, and they're carried with so much profusion that they really make a very impressive sight. What's more, they're very easy to grow in a sunny, well-drained spot. And that's important because the ancestors of these hybrids are ones that grow in high upland areas where the ground is thin and gravelly, where it's quite windy, where it's cold and tough, and they have the ability to be able to take, because they're members of the pea and bean family. You can see the resemblance of these flowers. They look like miniature sweet peas, because they have the ability to take nitrogen out of the air and fix it through the roots, and therefore they don't need fertilizing. So if you have, say, a bank or a hillside or somewhere where it's gravelly and open and sunny, then these might be some plants that you'll think about planting. But let me stress the fact that these are hybrid brooms. Now that's important, because the ordinary species Cytisus scoparius, which is the yellow one that grows all over northern Europe, is invasive and sets lots of pea-like seeds that spread about and regrow and then spread into the landscape. But because these are hybrid varieties, they do not set anything like the seeds of the ordinary species. In fact, I'll go so far as to say that in all my years of gardening and growing these, I've really never seen any form of anything to worry about, and that's very important. Now, let me show you that this particular variety, Jessica, is one that gets to about 5 foot high and is covered with lots of these very pretty flowers on growth that was made the previous year. So that takes me to the second point of that, in that while these are very beautiful now and they'll last for at least 2 or 3 weeks, once the flowers begin to fade and go over, that's the time, and this is very important if you're going to grow brooms, that's the time that you go in and you give them a really severe cut back. You cut back at least 2/3 of the growth from them, right back to near the base, but not quite at the base. You need to keep to the green wood, and that way that will stimulate lots of growth, and that way then you'll have, first of all, bushier, shorter, more compact and more juvenile plants, but also you'll have plants that are filled with lots and lots of flowers next year. You'll also, by the way, be removing any chance of them ever setting any seed. So there's a thing that you should worry, if you're in any way worried about growing brooms, a way to avoid any opportunity for them to seed into the landscape. This particular variety is really very easy to grow and is a wonderful plant for putting in elevated sites. So if you're looking for something that will grow in sun, in well-drained, gravelly conditions, that will put on a terrific show, and you can use also in cut flower arrangements, then you want to probably take a look at this lovely variety. It's called Cytisus jessica.